Bismillah. This is Catherine Jones, business performance coach for Muslim women, experts, professionals, and coaches that wish to reach more people, have a greater impact, and earn abundant reward in this life and the next with their work. Today, it's all about choosing your first program. One of my clients is trying to weigh up what is the best way to go. So I thought instead of just making a special video for her, I would share this with all of you out there because this is something that comes up over and over and over again. The problem, I have so many ways I can help people. What should I do? So here is the way of figuring it out. What we're talking about here is figuring out what niche to start with, or figuring out what program to develop first, or what mastermind to start first. So whatever that question is that you're trying to weigh up in your mind, this is the way you do it. So set up a table like this with each idea at the top. Hopefully you haven't got too many more than 3. So what you want to do is score out of 10 each idea based on the following. The first thing is your level of expertise. Are you the expert in this area? Is there more that you're going to have to learn in order to do this? Or is it something you can start straight away? So give yourself a score out of 10 on your level of expertise for that particular idea. Second one, how passionate are you about the idea? So passion is quite important because sometimes the going gets very tough. And if we don't have that passion, then it's tough to get going, right? So we want to make sure that we're very passionate about what we're doing. Resources could be the time, the money, anything else that you need in order to pull off that particular project, right? So where is your score out of 10 on the resources you need for this project? And then the fourth one, viability. Is it something that people will buy? Are you solving a problem that people would be willing to invest money in? Now, sometimes you might have to guess this, but other times you may actually have an idea. One of the ways you can find out is, are there other people out there doing this? If there are lots of people out there doing what it is that you're thinking of doing, then most likely it is a viable market. If absolutely no one is doing it, you might want to be considering whether it's viable or not, because why aren't there any other people doing it, right? So once you've got your scores, you can see which one is the winner. Now here we haven't got any real leaders. We've got some close scores here, right? Now the one here, idea 3, that there's the most passion about, there's real lacking in the expertise and resources. And that's a key example of sometimes when we're really passionate about something, but we're really not the right person to be really pulling it off. So that particular idea, I would be a little bit hesitant to move forward on. It is the lowest scorer, and so most likely the one that would get wiped off anyway, but it's only trailing by a few points. But the fact that the expertise and resources are quite down is a concern. Now, between the other two, 29 and 30, there's not much difference, right? But there's a big difference in the passion factor. Idea 1 has a lot more passion to it than idea 2. The expertise and the viability are pretty similar, right? So the other area where it's lacking is the resources for idea 1, right? So you have to weigh it up. In this particular case, if those resources are low, but really you probably can get them, then it might be better to go with idea 1 because of the passion factor. But if those resources are really probably going to be a struggle, passion may not be enough to get you through. In which case, it might be better to go with idea 2, which was the winner anyway, because have a look at the scores. The expertise and resources are both very high and the viability is quite good. So it could well be that you don't need a huge passion factor in order to get that project off the ground. In fact, you may be able to get that off the ground really simply and quickly, and as a result, that success will bring that passion to that particular idea, or it may also open up the opportunity to actually then implement idea one if, for instance, idea two brought in enough income, and income was perhaps one of the resources missing for idea one. So this is how you can look at this table and get an idea of what you should start with. And of course, for each person, it's going to be different because those scores are going to be different and the reasons for those scores are going to be different. So I'd love you to comment on this and let me know what you think about this way of figuring out what idea you should start with. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.